In this episode, I talk about the construction and production of a new airplane. First, we must think about the main material of which the aircraft should be built. Most of the planes are made of aluminium, but today some new planes are made of other materials. For example, some parts of the Airbus A380 are made with glass laminate aluminium reinforced epoxy, so-called glare, or the Boeing 787 Dreamliner, which has some components out of carbon fiber reinforced polymers, or CFRP. Logically, all components of the aircraft must be constructed, ordered and assembled to save money and to have the compatibility between more aircraft models. Some parts often were constructed and installed in other models too, even though the aircraft is a new clean sheet design. The components are often built from other companies and will be then sent to the airplane manufacturer, which assembles these parts for the new aircraft. For example, the large components of Airbus airplanes like the wings, the fuselage sectors or the elevators will be manufactured at different locations, and then they will be delivered to the final assembly line to build the complete aircraft. Because Airbus builds their large components for the complete aircraft at different locations, they must be delivered to the final assembly line. Therefore, Airbus built the Airbus Beluga, a freighter plane with a gigantic cargo space to fit the wings and fuselage segments. But this aircraft get too small, and since January 2020 flies the Beluga XL based on the Airbus A330-300. But the components for the Airbus A380 were so big that they couldn't be transported by air, so they were shipped or taken by road on special transports to Toulouse for final assembly. Normally has every airplane model family at least one final assembly line where all different variants will be built at the same place. Usually, these lines are in big halls with other final assembly lines for other aircrafts. With that system, the airplane manufacturer saves costs because all employees work at the same location and storage rooms can be used way more efficient. Usually, the sequence of assembling an airplane is pretty much the same for all manufacturers. The first thing is the assembly of the fuselage segments. These are connected with frames and strings. On one side is the relatively thin outer skin, and on the other side, special insulating mats can be placed in the space between formers and stringers. After that, the interior of the aircraft will be built in. Then, the wings and landing gear will be attached. Next, the airplane will be served with power for the first time, and first function tests, like the safe retraction of the landing gear or the flaps following, is the painting, and the engines will be fitted at the end. In the next episode, we take a look at the painting of a new plane, so stay tuned.